Well, let's stop right there. Hey guys, I am Alison Pandora, and well, you are you. I just gotta start right off with it. Luke Perry. Bye. Luke Perry died yesterday. I want to say it was March 4th, which would make today the 5th. I think that's right. It really bothered me. So that, of course, spiraled a bunch of thoughts, and then I'm like, why do people get upset when celebrities die? I've never met Luke Perry. I don't even know what he did last year, last week, last month. Never called him, never texted. But why did it hit me? I'm going to go with several reasons. I look like a who up here. I'm just going to leave it. Several reasons. One, he was very famously Dylan McKay, right? 90210. I loved 90210. Loved. It was my after school show. It was my nighttime show when it was on at night. Donna, too much. Loved it. David, all day. Had a crush on Brandon, the twin, right? Him and Shannon Doherty, twins. Brandon and Brenda, as known on the show. Poor Andrea, never got a break. Just everybody. I know I'm missing like 9, but Kelly, of course. Jenny McCarthy, hi. That was a show that those were my friends, right? Like Friends, like Sex in the City, like all those, like you feel like you know those people. And then later on in life, I had mono. And I remember I set my days around right now. If you've ever had severe mono, like I've had like several stages of mono, because I mean, that's just me. If you've ever really had severe mono, it's like impossible to even get up. Like getting up and going to the bathroom is like a full-time job. So I remember that watching those 2 hours of 90210, I want the camera like this now, were a big part of my life. Just huge. Excuse me as I figure out how I want to be. Whatever. I'm like crooked, right? Goes. So anyway, yes, I'm upset because I was connected with him. He did a bunch of other stuff after 90210. He always looked good to me. And I believe he died from a sudden stroke. He was 52. That bothered me. My mom passed when she was 59. I think that's really young. I think 52 is really young. And then questions like, I don't think he was sick. Like, not that when you die, whether you know you're going to die or not, it's still an awful plight. It's awful. It's awful for you. It's awful for those around you, really. So like, what was the last thing he did? Was he doing something he liked? My memory, right? That from 90210, like that's how I remember it. How did he want to be remembered? Which of course gets me thinking a whole bunch of things, right? How are you remembered in your life? Or how do you want to be portrayed? It makes me think very randomly of Madonna. Right, Madonna is one of my favorite artists. She was named the Material Girl, right? Right after Living in a Material, all that stuff. I don't think she liked that nickname, but she kind of fell into it. And right now, once I say Material Girl, most people know that I'm talking about Madonna. Excuse me. So got me thinking of how I want to be remembered. What is my legacy as of right now, whether I die in 5 minutes or whether I live for 500 more years? Death and I've had a lot of death in my life. A lot. I've known a lot of people who have left this earth. So where do I want to go from here? Where do I want to go? I don't want to go too far deep into this, but let's go here. I put in one of my stories recently that I'm teaching a gentle yoga class at Brooklawn Middle School. That was the middle school I went to. And yeah, I'm going to go here. I had a best friend, and I mean best friend, Tessa. Tessa, yeah. And we met in kindergarten, and then we kind of like flew apart, and then we found each other again. And our parents got along, and we had certain things in common. I had a very strict upbringing with who I could hang out with due to growing up as a Jehovah's Witness. That's a whole different episode. That's like a million episodes of my life. Another time. So she got me in a lot of different ways. And Tessa was wild. Wild! She was wild. If you met her one time, you knew who she was. She just had this like air about her, whether you liked her or not, right? She was kind of forceful. She was like a whirling dervish top. There's no real explanation of who she was. She just was who she was. Oh, here's my tip. I'm drinking water. Well, I don't always drink water. I do always drink water. It's not always water in that cup. Water. And I have some cucumbers. I just slice them up, put it in. If I have cucumbers, I put it in my water. If I have lemons, I put it in the water. If I have oranges, sometimes I want orange water, whatever. Just throw it in. It adds a little, ooh, and then I slice up the cucumbers so I can put them on my eyes later. There's your positive tip. Back to Tessa. So Tessa, fast friends, and then I went to a different high school. I moved across town. I went to Parsippany High School. She went to Parsippany. No, she went to a different high school. She was supposed to go to the Hills, but she went to some school in Denville because she moved to Denville. And one of my favorite memories was, it was my birthday. And my birthday is something that was not supposed to be celebrated ever. So she walked all the way across town and came to my high school with balloons, with a card for my birthday. Just to say hi. We couldn't hang out. We couldn't do anything. And I'm like, I have to go home. It was very strict. I can't stay here and hang out with you or whatever. And she just wanted to let me know how much she loved me. What happened to Tessa? I'll give you the shortest version of possible because there's so many details. I just don't want to get into that. She died on New Year's Eve, my senior year of high school, in a car accident. She was driving. Her mother and her brother and her passed away. So yes, my senior year of high school, I went to a funeral with my best friend with 3 caskets of people I loved. And that's just my Tessa story. So how do I remember Tessa? Tessa as a wild, as fun. She was so much fun. She never graduated high school, but there's this lovely picture of her. I have all her graduation pictures. That's how I remember her, from this picture. And a few others that I have. She never graduated. So that's how I see her now. How do you want people to see you? What do you want to be remembered for? So many times I don't come in front of the camera, and it's getting lengthy, 9 minutes. I don't come in front of the camera, and I'm nervous about putting my silly stuff in my stories or whatever. Why? Because I got a pimple on my face, because my makeup's not right, because my hair's not right, because of this, because of that, because of this. You know what? F it. I don't care. If someone else is so worried about my messed up makeup and they're going to spend 9 minutes and 30 seconds looking at that, that says a lot about them, not me. My message to better myself, for you to better yourself, to be the best that you possibly can be on this wild thing called life, is more important than that. Gonna talk about my shirt real quick. Michael Jackson. I'm going to stop right here and get back to that.